Hello. A lot of people are worried about their preparation for the SERU assessment and they're trying different methods. One of them is they're reading the handbooks and some people are practicing as well at the same time. What I'm telling you today is that you do not at all need to read the handbook to prepare for your assessment or exam, whatever we want to call it. Why? Because if you would like to use our method where we have developed a very comprehensive set of questions for each chapter from the handbook, that you do not at all need to read the handbook anymore. If you use our question set, you can easily pass. You can access this question set using from our website, which should be up and running within a week, or for the time being you can use the link which is in description to purchase one of them and you'll receive your question set in the email. So rather than spending more time on explaining what it is, let us get into the question set. So first of all, we need to log in and using our username and password. And once we are logged in, we see how many attempts we have got left and what is the validation of my access to the software. Just to let you know, this software exactly replicate almost exactly replicate the TfL's software that they use to take tests, and also we will be able to show result at the end as well. Let's move on actually rather than talking. So you see these are the sets that are available. We have many other types of different type of questions, but my target is to show you today one of the what do you call it, let me show you one mock test very quickly, an intro, then I'll go to chapter 1. So let's show you mock test number 11, maybe whichever it is. So it will say you have attempted an exam, so press continue and blah blah blah, and then you begin. Yeah. So this is how we start. So we start with the questions, and then our timer for the mock test is 42 minutes. In the exam you have 45 minutes. So this is one of the part of our intense training where we would like you to get ready and be able to answer all your 37 questions in less than 45 minutes, and then you have time to review your answers as well. Our students say about 80 to 90% of the questions, including fill in the blanks, they find it common as they attend their test, if they attended their test recently. And this mock test, I will have a few separate videos as well where I'm going to show you the mock tests. It does replicate as well the order of the question that TfL has, and also the numbers also reflects more or less correctly based on the feedback that our students has provided us with. We do have another software which is a little bit different from this one, but that one is a little bit cheaper for you to purchase. If you want to check out how that software works, check out our question set, our video on the questions set for the chapter number 10. Okay, so let's move on. Let us go back to my dashboard now. This is how you know that if you want to leave an attempt and go on to do something else. So you go there, you see number of attempts you will have. You click on attempt and examination. All the available sets come in front of you, and we are going to select chapter number 1. So it's saying that I have attempted an examination and this and that. If you want to do it on your phone, there's instruction for that as well, and how it closely replicates. And this is what it tells you how many questions you have. So don't be scared. The 70 questions, we had to increase the number of questions because TfL has got a little bit funny in terms of filling the blanks these days. So previously they only used to give the important lines from the handbook as the fill in the blanks, but nowadays they're giving any line from the handbook. So we try to we increased our number of fill in the blanks, so at least you get more common questions as you practice with us. And it also says your pass mark is 60%, and good luck. So let's start then. So if you click begin here, that's our first question, and it's in regard to private hire driver license carry out bookings, which of the following is correct. Correct answer is to work as a London PHB driver, you need to be licensed by TfL. So obviously options will be very unusual that you can easily tell, but some of them will be tricky. So you need to really watch out carefully as you complete it. So TfL, that's the answer. We move on. We'll try to make a few mistakes, so when we go for review, then you can see that how to review and how to understand what is correct, what is incorrect. This is in terms of age 21 or above with the correct answer. And then I have made this question into two different ways again. So in case you have this question in two different form, so you are able to answer it as well. Then it comes to the requirements of license requirements. First one was age, then the needing to have a license. So obviously you need to have a full DVLA, Northern Ireland, European Union, European Economic Area state license, which is also at least 3 years old. So that's the correct answer. Now, if they broke this question down in terms of just how long, how old should be your current license to be able to apply for a PHV driver license, is their answer. So we don't need to make another question for this, because we don't want to be overloaded with questions. Next question is you must have the right to live and work both together. If someone only have the right to live in the UK, they cannot work. So it has to have both the questions, both the options. And then it is in regards to criminal record check, and you must be a fit and proper person to hold a license, etc. for DBS. Then it comes to the medical standard, which is DBLA Group 2 standards. We must remember DBLA Group 2 standards, meaning that someone will do your examination who has access to your full medical record. Next question is regarding topographical assessment, so which is done under exam condition, etc. by TfL examiner. So map test, navigation test, please avoid. This is called topographical skills assessment if that comes. This is about wearing your badge. So there's three keywords to remember when you wear your badge. When you are working, so three keywords: working, waiting, traveling. These are the three words to remember, that I must have my badge on. And then when you wear it, you must make sure that it can be clearly seen by other people, not some people, other people, they can see it. In regards to, now I have broken this question down as well in small parts, so in terms of working, waiting, and traveling. So if they change it, they give only one option, you are able to answer it. For example, for this one, when you are waiting to receive a booking, question remains same, the answer changes when you're waiting to receive a booking. Next one is when you are working as a PHV driver. The next one is only when you are traveling to pick up a passenger and working as a PHV driver. So these are the options, but question remains same, but obviously the options have been broken down. So in case they change it, the way they ask you the question, so you are able to answer them. As I said at the beginning, nothing to get scared. You will get used to these questions and you will be able to finish it in probably 30-35 minutes. At all time when you're working as a PhD, there are certain ways, as I said before, you must make sure that it can clearly be seen by other people. It can be clearly seen by other people. That's the correct answer. When someone has permission not to wear a badge, this is called an exemption, not examination or example. Exemption is excluded, so they don't have to wear their badge. Again, this is regarding exemption, so you need to carry the exemption notice at all times when you're working as a PHV driver. The exemption notice must be with you. If a passenger asks you a license number, what should you do? You should shout at them no. You should let them see your badge. It's not must, you should. So remember, if the option changes, they say you must. No, it's you should, not you may, you should. So this is something to remember. Driver badge, this is for your use only, and you must not allow any other person to use it. Carry out bookings. We are already question number 18, so moving on. When can you allow another person? You can never allow any other person. So again, this question is the same thing, so it has been reworded, changed. So if they give you the question in this manner, change it, so you're able to answer the question. Next one is licensing check. Who can check your license? If a police officer or TfL authorized officer. And important point to remember is here, if you are not able to show them your license at that point in time, is a maximum of 7 days. It's a maximum of 7 days. This is the days you need to remember. If license stolen or lost, immediately. So these are the days we need to remember, immediately. Now again, there are three types of peoples who may not be required to submit a medical form when they apply for a PHB driver license, and I've separated them. The question will repeat exactly the same. The answer options will change. For example, have a current London taxi driver's license. They may not have to submit a medical form. And then someone have a full or provisional issued after 1997 DVLA Group 2 license. Third one is if someone has a valid current pilot license issued by the Joint Aviation Authorities, not anybody else. So these are the three group of people who, if they apply for a PHB driver license, they don't have to. Medical checks from the age of 65. Now this question can change around as well. So it's important that every time you read the question, then an answer as well, even if you get used to it so much. So like it's in saying from the age of 65, how often driver should complete a medical examination. It could be other way around as well. For example, from what age a driver need to complete a medical examination once every year. So that's age of 65. So very simple. So if you remember this question, read the question and answer, then obviously we should be able to answer this. So from the age of 65, once a year. From the age of 45, important to remember, please, that this is not once every 3 years. Yes, the validity of your PHB driver badge is for 3 years, but sometimes it could be for a shorter time. For example, if someone has restrictions on their student restrictions on their right to work in the UK, so that it could be, or they're on a work permit, it will be for shorter period. So in this scenario, we need to select that each time they apply to renew their license. That's the correct answer. So not once every 3 years. What is medical? If anything changes in internal medical examination, this immediately we need to tell TfL about it. Some of the changes we need to tell. There's a long list, and I've included them in the comprehension questions because it's not possible to include everything. And one of them is heart conditions. We need to tell TfL immediately about. And other things, a fixed penalty points, a road traffic offence that result in penalty points on your driving license. We need to tell TfL about it. And now this is the funny one. This is where we need to select which one of the following is one of them, and then is saying which one of the following is not one of them. So in these cases, we need to select the incorrect option, but do remember the correct option as well, please, if they change the question around, so you should be able to answer these questions. Swiftly moving on, TfL may take licensing against you if they came to know that you were getting frequent PCNs, if you're arrested, and etc. So when you need to tell TfL about, again, immediately. In your info TfL about offenses you have committed, which of the following is correct? Do not rely on police to inform TfL. You need to inform TfL. It's not police that will inform TfL. Home address changes is 21 days. The address of your address should match what? The address on your DVLA license. Okay, your DVLA license. If license revoked, you must TfL within 7 days. Even the TfL may send an authorized officer take it from you. So that extreme, they may send somebody to your home to take the license from you. Moving on. So if driver license is suspended and you're owner of a licensed private vehicle, so what will happen? TfL will consider doing this if there is any risk to public safety. For example, someone has committed sexual offense. In these cases, just an example, they may decide to do it. Now we move into comprehension questions, where we need to select. This question carries 2 marks. The previous one carry 1 mark each. So it's very simple to answer these questions. It's just there will be 3 lines from the paragraph, and 2 of them will be wrong, 1 is correct, and it's very simple to understand. I'll show you one. Passing the statement will only mean, and it says where passing the assessment will also mean. So only mean, also mean. The difference incorrect. This handbook, the assessment is not based on the SERU handbook, and it says the assessment based on the handbook, not so it's also incorrect. The assessment is a part of the licensing application process, and this assessment is the licensing. Here you go, handbook, and it's part of the licensing application process, the second line. So that's my correct answer. So we select this answer and move on. Responsibility of TfL on your own time. Okay, I need to update this. Actually, I need to update this because it's replicating similar. Okay, I'll update this. When you get your link, it should be updated. So some of the laws and the policies are a responsibility of TfL. So we'll update it. And then when you get your license, there are no rules. No. Be licensed by TfL. To work as a learner page, you need to be licensed by TfL. Simple one. We select it. You will need to have an enhanced criminal record check. Look, must not be a fit, make it wrong, only DVL. No, people can have it. So European Union, EEA, not an idle license to apply for. So these makes them wrong. So very simple, common sense based questions. You need to prove that you have at least B1 ability, English language. The test is in a private in a TfL center. To prove your English language, you do not need to. So this is the correct one. Then we move on. You do not need to tell TfL about any changes to you do. A doctor should tell TfL immediately. No, you should tell TfL immediately. If you develop a new medical condition, that's your responsibility. You must wear this belt all time when you work at PhD driver, including when you're traveling to pick up a passenger. That's the correct option. The letter this comes license does. You must keep copies of a PhD driver license. This is the correct answer. If police authorized officer, and then maximum of 7 days. Again, the option is there. The badge includes text in Braille. The answer. If you lose your license, somebody still said you do not know, you should report it to police and get a crime reference number from them. Without your badge, you cannot continue. So that's not the correct option. We have. You need to have medical, any member. No, examination, medical form, group to license. It is sound correct, but it's not. It doesn't say you will be. You may be. You may be, and that makes this answer wrong. So you may be. So that's why it's wrong. The standard you must meet to get a PhD driver license is DBLA Group 2 medical standard. It is. So whenever TfL write to us about a complaint, we should always reply to them. Not may, you must. So this makes it incorrect. And if it is not a private body, it's a public body. That makes it incorrect as well. So these are the double select questions. So then it will clearly say there are more than one correct answer. So if you get them, you must select both correct answers, and this also carries 2 marks. If you are subject to mental about which ones of the following are them. If you are subject to mental health order or sexual offense. If you have a private health. So these are the 2, and if you are on the list, you must tell TfL as well. So adding this word not makes it incorrect. Swiftly moving on. Now I want to fill in the blanks. Now it's a lot to go through. And statements, not A makes it statement. There is a separate video on how to complete, so please have a look at your own time. on that video, so I don't want to make this one very long. One thing to make sure that when you complete this, you must complete this and put these words in this box, otherwise it will be incorrect. I'll show you. And we said we'll make one question wrong answer, so let's make it a wrong answer. Let's do this one, make it wrong answer, so you know how to review it. Okay, you will need to do an assessment based on the handbook, license application process. Carefully. So let's make it wrong in both ways and leave these words here, not take them there, and see what happens afterwards. TfL says requirements. There's no A, so more than one. There's two ways you can do. So first put the word is there and the extra one here. So this way there's no chance of you leaving the words there. For licensing and also responsible for making we work closely. Other option is that the beginning we take all the words there and then complete our blank, fill in the blanks here, so it's there already, so cannot make a mistake. Carry out bookings, it doesn't say a booking or the booking, so it's plural. For London, private, it's not a noun, so it cannot be capital, so private hire operator. So there is this very simple formula to work out to learn how to complete this. Try not to memorize it. Try not to memorize it. If you memorize it, you cannot do it. You understand how it works. So hopefully I'll be able to do it today. I'm not sure. If I can't do it today, I'll make a separate video again on just fill in the blanks, having a good 20-30 question there for you to complete it. So this way it's a noun, so name, E capital, DVLA not UK, and 3 years plural. So how to complete fill in the blanks, so hopefully that will help you. We have a separate set for fill in the blanks as well, if anyone want to just practice fill in the blanks, nothing else. Criminal record check, almost there, number 57. If there are restrictions, there is are plural, live to live and work in the UK, and will be an appropriate condition to the license. To get a, it says get a license. Get a license. You need to take a separate test to check your ability to plan a route. A route, not routes. Next, license. Your license may have some conditions attached to it. For example, you may have a medical condition. You maybe have extra medical checks. And it may be required. You may be B. B is there, so ED. After B, PD or ING. You should keep your PHB driver license at home. So if you take kept there, so easy, 4 words, less words to deal with at home in a safe place, and give a copy, a, not copy, so not copies, copy. So 2 more words less, easier, you are working. R, so R, after R also ING or ED all the time. The PHB driver's badge is for you, your use only. Badge is for use only. You must not allow, not be there, so it won't be past tense. Allow, carry out bookings. It doesn't say one booking or the booking, so it's bookings more than one. The police or TfL office authorized officer within a maximum. So when we take the words, just to let you know, it doesn't seem like police going, but as soon my cursor is there as well. So something to be mindful of when you practice. the letter that comes, third person singular number, let's not continue about your responsibilities, not responsibilities, as a London PHP driver, including any condition. Okay. Next is, as soon as you are licensed, it is important. It is important that you keep contact with TfL and respond, not response, respond to any formula. Is already plural there, so it will be communication, not communication. So it cannot have two plural together in this scenario. When you get your license, you will also receive your PHP driver's badge, one badge, a badge, working or booking or traveling to pick up a passenger. When you are working as a PHP driver, waiting to receive a booking or traveling to pick up a passenger. Next, you should tell TfL immediately if in between medical examination, 2 examinations, one beginning, one after, 2 examinations, medical effect means something is impacted, something effect is what is the result of that impact. So that's correct what we need to select. Next is, you must tell TfL immediately if you are arrested. I'm not sure if someone is arrested how they can tell TfL immediately, because they wouldn't have any form of communication with them. Okay, arrested, convicted. This is something I need to change into 2 words. Apologies for that. It will be done now after we finish this recording. So when you receive one of these question sets, you won't have this confusion. Again, follow the pattern here. Arrested, charged with, convicted, caution, all are in the past form. So when you select these 2 words, you make sure you do it this way. Then you do not need to tell TfL about any other penalty, charge, PC and charge notices, and or parking tickets, all in the plural. Yeah, so it's very very simple pattern is following. So if you follow the pattern of the sentence, it's easy for you to answer. Next is, remember, if you change your home address, you should, not may, you should, you have to tell TfL within 21 days, not any other time period. Yeah. So now if you click on finish, it will finish the test. The timer, obviously we have done it very quickly, in about half an hour. When you do it, if your timer runs out, it will automatically close the test and show you the result of your examination, and then based on that it will give a scoring. So let's see how we will have you done. So let's finish it off. So 96% we have scored, because we have made mistake in 2 questions, remember, purposely. And it shows, based on the type of question we adding, it shows the points. So it differs from chapter to chapter, mock test to mock test. So you can click on review and it will show on the blue correct answer. This is what we have selected, this should be the correct answer. So in the bottom it will show correct answer. So we'll just show you the incorrect ones that we have purposely selected. Moving on. So a lot to go through. If someone struggle with that, we can break this question down for you as well, making it 2 sets, or you can just simply use the mock test. Mock test is exactly a replication of thing. So this is the question I need to change, as I've said before. This is change section number 38 into so change the options. So correct, all are correct. We're very close to, so we can break them down, or you can just simply use a mock test if it is too much for you. But trust me, once you get used to this, you will find it so easy to answer the mock test. It's become like peanuts for you. Okay, ego. So when you make a mistake, So this will show this is the what you have selected, and the where is this says the tick, this should be the answer, so you know, and it will say in the bottom incorrect answer. Correct, this is double select, and that's the one. So this is the correct answer, and it says incorrect answer as well here, so you can match, you don't need to match it because it's correct answer. Let's find the incorrect one. So this, we have done all these wordings are correct. However, we did not put these words in here, that's why it's incorrect, nothing else. Now, sometime as the previous one, a correct answer will cover. You can just simply look at them and click on hide, and it will hide it for you. Very simple for you to review it. Okay, so there is no other incorrect ones, it's all correct ones. I know for sure because of the scoring we had. So that's it really, brothers. And as I said, you can go onto our website, as well as you can what do you call it, purchase. Website is not yet operational, but it will be operational soon. You can simply purchase it from our using the link below. Mock test or this test and other software we said is a bit cheaper, so you can access that as well. Up to you really which one you would prefer. And we have got fully computer-based facilities at our center where you can come and sit, join, and practice this as well. We have helped with so many people recently who has got a very shorter period for their what do you call it, assessment date. So 5 days, 3 days, many different type of days, and we did help them very short period. We did help them get ready, and our student, as I said before, they say they find 80, 90, 95%, even including the fill in the blanks. For MCQ, they said they find it almost 100% common, maybe a little bit of change in wording here and there in their exams. So take a course with us with confident, purchase any of the questions that you like. Give us a call if you need to discuss anything. We're always happy to help you. Make sure to like this video and share with anyone else that may benefit from this as well. Until you see you next time, you take care of yourself.